Welcome to Hoops High, Chicago's leader in youth-produced sports broadcasting and youth media education. Hoops High is produced by high school students learning the skills of professional broadcasting. Hoops High is the flagship program of Free Spirit Media and is made possible in partnership with After School Matters, the Chicago Public Schools, and Chicago Access Network Television. We hope you enjoy the show.
Hi, my name is Candace. We're here at Collins for the Thorpe's All-Star Games. The All-Star Games has been going on for 26 years, where they have elementary school kids from all across Chicago play against each other. This should be an interesting game. Stay tuned for more Hoops High.
Hi, I'm Lamar Press.
And I'm Michael Ingram. We're here at 1313 South Sacramento for the Thorpe's Real Deal game, where we have the city versus the suburbs. Warming up, I seen a couple of people throwing down some dunks, so hopefully it'll be a few dunks this game. Knowing me, I like a lot of action, so dunks is definitely going to be number one for me.
Coaches of the public school, Carlos Tolliver. Here we go, fans. This is Coach Lewis. So big deal. The big deal All-Star basketball.
This game is going to be exciting either way. You know, I just saw previous games where no one could dunk, but the game was just so exciting.
Tomorrow, 2,000. Illinois versus Indiana. In the second ball game, the Catholic League versus the Public League. That's tomorrow. That's tomorrow. Now we gotta come on. We understand that the Catholic League has 3 busloads coming. So look. Now look. We're going
5
to
coming out for
the public schools
red.
tomorrow. So get here early. And parents, once again, these are your dollars. So please find time to make it up to that school that they're going to see what they're doing. Make sure they don't get in trouble. Don't let the school call you. You tell the school. Because if the school call you, it's trouble. It's trouble. So here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
In the middle jumping is number 7.
Jacob Keller.
And number 10, Manuel Patterson. Manuel, dang.
The ball was hitting them too hard. They couldn't be rallied in.
His hands big. Manuel played with North Lawndale in the Hoops High Free Throw Classic this summer.
Bucket
by number 5.
Number 3, my year, pass it to Quentin Randall. Finds the open man. Didn't take the shot. And the post with Emmanuel. It's just whipped up by Eddie. Eddie Gorin.
Yes. Once again, if you're standing underneath the basket, please find a seat. Please find a seat for the player's safety and yours. Please find a seat. That little baby can get hit. Please find a seat. Please find a seat.
Meyer pokes it out. Number 2. Couldn't really get that pass. Meyer with it. Number 5 for 3. Bang! No, Quentin Randall.
Off the glass, no.
Number 3.
4-3.
Set up. No.
No.
The ball is knocked out of bounds. Going the blue way.
Suburban All-Stars. This is the Lewis Storm Real Deal.
Stone Parker brings it up. Gives it up to my year. My year for 3. In and out. Gives it down low. Jacob Keller. Ball is poked out.
Ball is out.
Going the city way.
Real deep. Real deep. Real deep.
Mayer brings up the point. Long three.
Off the
Too
glass.
strong. And Jacob corrals in the rebound. Gives it up. Number 3 for 3 again.
Bang.
This time it's in Jason Towers. Mayer with it.
Over and back violation. Ball is out. Suburban All-Stars.
Stone Parker. Couldn't get to it before it hit the line. Jason. Another 3. No. Way off. Great leg in by Eddie Guerrero. Mario with it.
Floater.
Yes and no. He goes to Mason Elementary School. Gets a steal. Great call from spin. No. Too hard up the glass, and Emmanuel will be going to the line.
You are watching Hoops High. Remember, you can watch Hoops High every Saturday at 8 p.m. on CAN TV, Channel 19 for all the hottest high school sports action around.
From Howard Elementary, Emmanuel Patterson.
Emmanuel Patterson. Spears for his first free throw. Very big fella, only in 8th grade. It's enough.
Emmanuel Patterson.
Sackerman off the back iron, and Eddie with the rebound. Good steal.
Oh!
He gets airborne.
Yes.
Great lay in by number 5, Quentin Randall. Jason gives it up. Great defense, and the foul is called.
Foul number 2, Stone Parker, his first.
I think I'm going to see a dunk come sometime soon. I think I see one coming. Floater to him. No good.
Eddie comes up with it. Gets the lay in. The Suburbs goes up 1-9-8. We're here.
Oh!
23. It's off the mark. Jason comes up with the rebound for the Suburbs.
Pull up. No.
No.
Big man.
And Jacob
number 7.
with the rebound. Kicks it out.
Ah.
Eddie couldn't hold on to it. Good pass.
Coach Thorpe, North London, Phoenix, real deep.
Mayer, the pass.
Oh.
Emmanuel just wasn't ready. He was walking into the ball. Should have been running. Jacob gives it up to Levon, who's being locked down, and the turnover is forced by the city.
City All-Stars, real deep.
While you're with it. Gives it up down in the post. Emmanuel. Shot is blocked. The floater. No.
Good. Hoops House produced by High School. Hoops House produced
Tries
by
to squeeze that pass enough.
Hoops High is produced by high school students who is learning the skills of professional broadcasting. All the camera work, announcing, directing, and engineering is done by
13 minutes, 38 seconds and counting. First half. Coach Thorpe,
number 1 for 3. Oh, good.
Right here with it. He drives. He is foul.
So
it's in
from Mason Elementary, Williams, the first one down. And that's foul number 6, LeVon Thomas, his first, team second.
Second one. Just like the first. Number 3.
Oh, good dish. Oh, good block.
Mayer. Good spin move. Good crossover.
Oh,
This
good
is
pass.
it. He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. And the steal. Number 2. Stone knocks it down.
From Western Elementary,
Layup is off. Good rebound.
Is it dunk?
It's the lay-in. Eddie with it. His shot is put on the glass and the foul is called. First free throw is in there.
Free Spirit Media strives to give youth a voice so that we can inform and inspire others. Thank you for supporting our work.
number 5, Michael Gallen. Substitution. This is the real deal. Coach Thorpe, North Monday. Real deal All-Star basketball.
Great game so far. Number 1 with it. Bryce Lang. Ball is poked out from behind. Good defense. My number 4 from the Suburbs, Christian Negron. Uses the pick, pulls the 3. High shot, no good. And a jump ball.
We have a jump ball.
Good rebound by Bron Hill from the city.
Ball is out to the City All-Stars.
Great lay-in.
For the
Number
City
6,
All-Stars.
Lucas Williams.
Number 6, Stefan Harris, May Elementary.
Alexander Fluke, 3. No. Bryce with the rebound. Pushes it. Number 9, regains it. Kicks it out. There's Bryce. Step back 3. No.
Oh.
Tip is off. Spins in and out. Toilet bowls. The lob is blocked.
Number 7, DeAndre Kickman, who's a pretty good player. I've seen him play in the past. And I also went to grammar school with him. He's a pretty good player. You should watch out for him in the future.
Number 9. Saved by the Suburbs. But ball ended up in the wrong hands. And there's a steal. Number 4. Gets the lay-in. Christian. DeAndre brings it up the court.
Oh, good dish.
Picks it out, mid-range.
Bam.
Good ball.
Woodson Elementary.
Christian pushing it, slows it down. Spins, he loses it. A little too much going on there. Bryce with it. Stops. And it's way short.
Ball is out, going down.
Block.
Shot is blocked.
Ball is out. Same lane.
Christian with it.
And with that being said, I'm going to toss to my sideline reporter, Candace, with an interview. Candace.
Hi, I'm Candace here with Sire. So, Sire, how do you feel about the game so far?
Oh, this is a good game. Just to see all the All-Stars play, see what high school they're going to for the future.
So, as a high school basketball player, how do you feel looking at the elementary school play?
Like this is beginning like when I was a little kid, like playing in the 8th grade All-Star game. Like they got to work hard to become the better player.
So, if you could give them advice or encouragement, what would you say to them?
Bush come first and then work hard on the court.
Thank you, Sire. Now we're going to toss it back to our announcers.
Going to the line, number 4.
Thanks, Annette, for that lovely interview.
Christian LeBron.
Thanks, Candace, for this great sideline. Number 4 will go to the line for free throws.
Jacob Keller, Oswego.
Mid-range. Off the back iron. Bryce comes up with the rebound, dishes it to DeAndre. He gives it back. Reset. Bryce drives. Gets the lay-in.
From Beasley Elementary, Bryce Lander.
Right place at the right time for Kelly Martin. Good tip by DeAndre.
Number 7, from Sumner Elementary, DeAndre Hickman.
Christian brings it up the court. Turns on the Jets and gets the lay-in, coast to coast.
Jacob Keller, Oswego, Jacob Keller.
DeAndre with it. Gives it up to Braun. Mid-ranger? No. DeAndre really tries to save it.
Real ball. The concession stand in the lobby. They got delicious macaroni hot dogs. Chips, candy, at the concession stand.
Christian with it. Gives it up to Alexander. Number 8 puts it up and no. Gets the rebound. And no again. No. DeAndre with it.
Hoopside is a flagship program of Free Spirit Media and is run in partnership with After School Matters, Chicago Public Schools, and Can TV. This is a team effort all around. We are grateful for our partners making this possible.
Oh, great Euro stuff. Alexander Flute. It's up and it's in now. Number 4. Chris Glover. Christian brings it up. Alexander for 3, and it's he's great coming off the bench. The Suburbs are only down 4, score 25-21. Bryce with the long 3, is way off. Kelly Martin brings it up the court. Alexander with it. DeAndre with the great defense.
Oh, bad pass.
Tries to get too fancy. It just wasn't there. 3 by Christian. Off the back iron. Good tip.
DeAndre tries.
DeAndre with a nice lay-in.
DeAndre Hickman. Put it on the board. Put it on the board. Yes.
Keep up with the game action and the Hoops High Crew Twitter. Just search Hoops High Efferson and follow us.
Alexander for another 3? No. Christian for 3? No. Bryce with it. Gives it up to Braun, who misses. Ball out of bounds. Here goes those starters.
This is the Coastal North London Dream All-Star Basketball. We'll be back tomorrow. Illinois versus Indiana. Public League versus Catholic League. We will be giving out the MVP of the first ball game at halftime of this ball game.
Jason to bring it up the court. Moves it up to LeVon. Edmond. Shot is blocked. Ball is tipped. Still going the Suburbs way.
Oh, good
Great block by Emmanuel. Ball is going to the city. My ear with it. He have excellent ball handling skills. Good cut towards the basket by Stone. And the jump ball.
This is Coach Thorpe.
Ball is going to the south way.
Ball is out.
Great post move by LeVon Thomas.
Number 6, LeVon Thomas.
Number 2, Stone with it. Dishes it out. Corian gives it to Mayer. Dishes it back. And he gets the bucket.
In the blue, number 8, Corian Russian Erickson Elementary. Corian Russian.
Ball is out of bounds.
2 minutes,
West
50
way.
seconds remaining. Here we go.
Great spin by Stone. He'll be going to the line.
Foul number 3.
Some of the key players for both teams
Going to the line.
is number 3, Mayer Williams,
Number 2, Stone Parker.
and number 2, Stone Parker, and number 7, DeAndre Kickman for blue, and for red, it'll be number 5, Eddie Gorin, number 1, Edmund Elam, and number 7, Jacob Keller.
Three. No. Maya with the rebound. Puts up the mid-range. No. Emmanuel in the post. He'll be going to the line.
Put 2 on.
Foul number 5 in the red, Michael Downey. The team's 4. Going to the line, number 10 from Howard, Emmanuel Patterson. 2.
Free throws is enough. Second one, just like the first. You know, you can't find too many big men that can shoot free throws. Jason, he's fouled.
Hard.
Ball to be out of bounds.
He's on the floor.
Foul number 3.
He gets up. Says play ball, he's okay. Look on with it. Number 1 for a long 3. It's off the mark. Eddie with the rebound. Gets the lay-in.
Number 5 for the Suburban All-Stars, Michael Downey. Put it on the board.
Get another block.
City blocking shots. Saves it.
Foul number 2.
Foul is on Stone Park.
The team 6.
Jason gives it up to Edmond. Drive. Couldn't get the lay-in. Eddie with another rebound. This time this shot is blocked, but a foul is called.
Foul number 8. Korean Russian, the team 7. At the line, number 5, Michael Downey. 2 shots.
First free throw is off. Second one, just like the first. And Jacob moved on to the rebound.
To the City All-Stars.
Strong with it. Three. No.
Good.
Eddie with another rebound. He's rallying them, the rebounds in. Great defense by Mayer. Slips, gets back up. Almost gets the and one. Great way to control himself.
Going to the line, number 3 for the City All-Stars.
Came on the blind side.
2 shots.
First free throw. Bounces off the front.
We will be presenting the MVP of today's first ball game at halftime.
Second one, rolls in.
Travel.
Jason travels as he was bringing the ball up. Mario with it.
Oh.
Spin.
Oh.
He gets the bucket.
Number 3 from Mason Elementary, Mahan.
He just made a he knew when he was going to attack. He watched the clock. He executed so perfect.
Indiana, Illinois.
The city is up.
Publicly, tomorrow, right here. Coach Lewis Thorpe, North London, Phoenix. Real.
What do you like about the game so far?
Everything has been going great, you know. I'm liking just how both teams just playing. They giving it their all. Defensive, offensive, rebound, and everything, eh? Doing what they have to do. Ain't nothing better. It's the best thing. Now I'm going to toss it to my sideline reporter.
Hi, I'm Candace Lanford here with Coach Tolliver. So, Coach Tolliver, how do you think your team is playing so far?
I think they playing good. They playing aggressive defense, and they sharing the ball, so they playing good today.
So, what are some of the strategies that you showed them to help them in the league?
To help them is to share the ball with each other, play tough defense, and everything else. Defense is the key. Good defense win ball games.
So, what are some of the methods that you teach them to become better players?
As far as what?
As far as like trying to win, I guess.
Like I said, they play tough defense, share the ball with each other, teamwork. You know, free throws, make sure they make their free throws, make their open shots. But I teach my team tough defense, be tough, and have a lot of heart.
Thank you.
Thank you.
When are we going to toss it back to our announcers?
I'm Michael Ingram, serving as a color commentator.
And I'm Lamar Press, serving as play-by-play.
We're here 13-13 South Sacramento, where we have the city versus suburbs playing each other for the Coach Thorpe Real Deal All-Star game.
Here we go, second half.
I want to say Suburbs is leading.
No, the Suburbs is losing.
Oh, okay.
Stone for three. You need air balls. Emmanuel? No. It's just getting rejected by Jacob, but they call it a jump ball, and the ball is going to the Suburbs. Oh. Meyer gets the steal after Jason slips. Pinpoint pass. Corian rush. Gets the lane. Christian, he's working. Gives it up to Jacob. Takes the lane. No. Emmanuel with the rebound. Gives it up to Stone. There's the lay-in. It's good. Back Corian.
The city is pulling away with this. Another steal.
Jump ball. Ball is going the West's way.
Parents, once again, please stay involved. Stay involved.
He gives it up to Meyer.
Pull up.
Range. Soft. Emmanuel with the rebound. Stone. Gives it up to Meyer, who gets the lay-in.
City All-Stars.
Pokes it out. Suburb still comes up with it. Ball out of bounds.
The PSA's dramas and documentaries that you see between breaks on Who's High are produced by Free Spirit Media students at North London College Prep, the Gary Coleman Youth Center, and Powerhouse High. We hope that you enjoy the stories and messages that we young people are sharing. Oh.
Passes to the wrong person. Christian sets up the three.
That's no good.
It's off. And number 8 was just in the right place. Harvell Randall at the right time. Stone brings it up because the time is ticking. Couldn't finish the layup. Christian gives it up to Carvel, and Carvel layup is blocked by
Into the ball game for the Suburban All-Stars, number
Great
5.
block by
From Broadview, Michael
Eddie
Jones.
Gorin checks back into the game. He posted up. No. Jason at the 3.
No.
And LeVon with the rebound. Poked out by Myer Williams from the city. Christian with it. Takes the lane. Then it's blocked. Ball out of bounds. Going to Westway.
Going down. Number 10, Emmanuel Patterson playing the game.
Stone with it. Myer on the cut. Couldn't get the reverse layup. Emmanuel finally finishes.
Please check out the Free Spirit Media website here, www.freespiritmedia.org, to learn what Free Spirit Media is all about, or check us out on YouTube. Just search Free Spirit Media to via our YouTube channel.
Good passing by the city. It's like the Harlem Globetrotters. And the timeout is called.
And with that being said, I'm going to toss to it.
Two-ball game. Illinois versus Indiana. Public League versus Catholic League tomorrow.
Where do you get your inspiration from?
How do you plan to give back and change the world positively?
Why does your voice matter?
Why does your voice matter? Why does your voice matter?
Time waits for no one.
What would you like your legacy to be?
What would you like your legacy to be?
Hello, my name is Kevin Durant. You're watching Hoops High.
And we're back with more Hoops Out, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just tuning in, I am Michael Ingram, serving as your color commentator.
I'm on my press serving play-by-play. Number 9 with it for the Suburbs. Dumps it off. And a steal by Quentin Randall. He misses the lay-in. But it is regained by the Suburbs. Number 1 gets it caught. Steele dishes it out. Number 2, Alexander Fluke resets. Mid-range.
No.
It's off. And Eddie gets the and one.
Count the basket. Foul number 10, Emmanuel Patterson. Team first.
And he completes the three-point play.
Number 2 with the ball.
Stone. He dishes it down low, and the ball is taken from Emmanuel. Good tip. Oh. And Quentin wasn't ready for the pass from my ear. Lay in, missed.
Emmanuel rebound.
Stone. Gives it up to Quentin. Quentin working. Spin. He gets the 2. Good 2.
Put it on that pool.
Why you with it? Good ball handling steals. Gets the contact and makes the lay-in.
City is leading 48-30 with 13 minutes and 20 seconds left in the second half.
Javon travels.
Remember, every Saturday, 8 p.m., Channel 19, KMTV, Hoops High. You can see this game and other ball games. Put on by the Chicago Public School students. Every Saturday, 8 p.m., Channel 19, Hoops High.
3.
No.
Net is off.
Oh!
Passes.
I'm seeing smoke come out of that pass.
Everybody does.
I feel bad for whoever the ball hit.
Stone with it. Puts up the floater. Need air balls. Alexander takes the lane and he is fouled.
Foul number 8.
Free throw was in. Second free throw, just like the first. Alexander Flute knocks him down.
Oh, great
Good
pass
by DeAndre. And the reverse lay-in is made with ease by number 6, Lucas Will.
Don't forget to stay tuned for the Free Spirit Media News at the end of this broadcast. It comes on at 9:50 every Saturday and learn about what's going on in Chicago and find out the latest, most important issues with teens.
Fouls on the blue, that's their third.
First free throw by Eddie.
Into the ball game, number 7 for the Suburban All-Stars. From Elgin, Christian LeBron. The second one, yes, Michael Downing.
Great pass.
Thorpe going down. This is the Coach Thorpe. Real All-Star basketball.
Jacob with it. Gives it up to Eddie. A lot of contact, no foul. Ball knocked out, still two Suburbs.
Oh.
And one. Good way to take the lane.
Count the basket. The basket was good. Count on number 9. Ron Hill. That's his first.
Stephon for 3. Oh, that's no good.
Big guy puts it on the floor. No. It's a turnover. Long 3 from Stone. From Bryce. It's no good.
We'll be back here tomorrow. 2 ball games. Illinois versus Indiana. Catholic League versus Public League. All-Star basketball. Ball is up, going down.
Oh, good crossover. Just couldn't finish. Eddie with another rebound.
Michael Downey.
Floater. No good. Great pass. Oh!
It's blocked.
Chase down.
Mid-range.
No.
8 air balls. Number 9. Shot is blocked again.
Rebound basket number 9 is going.
Good crossover. He should have just took the layup himself.
Substitution.
Eddie with it. He is fouled.
And with that being said, I'm going to toss to my sideline reporter, Candace.
Hi, I'm Candace here with Jada. So Jada, what influenced you to play basketball?
Well, my dad and basically everybody in my family plays basketball, so I just wanted to give it a try.
Oh, so even though I know you're in 7th grade, so even though you're in 7th grade, are you looking at high schools?
Yes, I am, because I feel like even though I'm in 7th grade, I should still be looking at high school. So, yeah, I'm looking at high school.
Why high school interests you?
Well, Whitney Young and North Lawndale, because a lot of my friends go here and my dad works here.
Oh, okay. So, I know you've been playing ball for a while, you're in 7th grade and stuff. So, are you comfortable with it being a girl? Like, do other people look at you different?
Other people think I'm like a girly girl and don't really see me as a basketball player. Like, I kind of trick them, but yeah, I like basketball. I feel very comfortable with it.
You think you could take on a boy?
Yeah, I think I can. I'll be my brother all the time.
Well, thank you, Jada.
Thank you.
Now we're going to toss it to our announcers.
Thanks for the interview, Candace. Number 9 is at the line. Braun Hill.
Braun Hill, Murray Elementary. One shot.
Let's see, number 9 with the M1.
Into the ball game for the Suburban All-Stars, number 6 from Irving Maywood, number 5.
Number 4. Water dribbling. Number 9.
Three. Nope.
Ball is up, going down.
DeAndre, great patience, but just couldn't finish. Good save.
Great pass.
Mid-range. Missing out. Chris Glover with the bucket.
Wide open. That's not
DeAndre. Good pass. Misses the reverse, misses his tip. Number 9 cleans up everything. Braun Hill.
If you just can't seem to get enough of Hoops House, friend us on Facebook. Get to know the crew and what goes on in every Hoops House production.
Good way to put it up for the defender could not get it.
Time out taken. And with that being said, I'm going to toss to a quick PSA. Don't go nowhere because you're watching the one and only Hoops House.
Illinois versus Indiana.
For sure. girls in the bedroom. They be getting it cracking. Nah, so keep that.
Back to game action.
Big fella.
Ball is scoped out. Still going the city's way.
Yes. I would like to see a dunk before the game is over with. 5 minutes and 38 seconds. So I think it's possible. You think it's possible, Lamar?
It's possible, but I just like the flow of the game now, you know? None too majors going on, but a lot is actually going on. My year with the pass. The jumper is missed. And Chris Glover. He's been in that same spot all day, shooting J's. Some fail, some didn't.
Uh-oh.
And DeAndre.
It's probably a dunk right here. DeAndre? Oh.
You got a little hype for nothing.
I mean, I've seen him dunk before.
Jason with it.
Good block.
Yeah, blocks that. City is really hustling. Jason for 3. No. Number 10. Put back. And Kelly Martin.
Number 10, Kelly Martin.
Oh, great.
Boy, that was going to be a good pass if he was been cutting.
Wow.
He missed the bucket. Wow. Circuit shot. There's my ear.
Oh.
Gets him to the air. Misses the lay-in. Chris Glover. Mid-range. No. Emmanuel, right place, right time.
For the City All-Stars. Number 10, Emmanuel.
We know we are not always perfect, but we're working hard and always learning. We thank you for your support and encouragement. Oh! Ah! Oh!
And the lay-in cannot fall. Jason takes the lane.
Manuel with another block.
Oh, wasn't ready. And there's DeAndre.
Oh,
hey. He lays it in. Quite weird.
He was going to go. He was going for the. DeAndre Kickman, great ball hog. You know, all of these players are good in here, you know. Evidently, if they made it to the All-Star game.
Number 4 takes the lane, and the floater is off. The jump ball. Ball is still going the Suburbs way. They're down 27 with 3 minutes, 17 seconds left. Levon in the post. Shot is blocked. Jacob puts it up. And one.
Count the basket. Fouls on number 8, Korean Russian. That's the team 6 at the line. Number 7, Christian LeBron, Elgin, 1 shot.
Misses the free throw. LeVon with the rebound. His shot is blocked, but a foul is called.
Foul number 10. Adolescent, the team 7. Substitution into the ballgame. Number 5, Michael Downing. Ballview Elementary.
Rolls in. Right here with the ball. Looks up to Stone. Floater. And,
Stone Parker Woodson. Number 2.
Long push from Jason, and it's enough.
Jason Towers Roosevelt. Jason Towers.
Quinn with a nice wrap. Gets it back. And gets the lay in.
Put to the vendor. West Coleman. Put it on that goal. Yeah.
Another push from Jason. No good. Michael down. And one. He has about a double-double this game.
Count the basket.
Want to see more Hoops High? Now you can see 4 games on our brand new website. Go to www.hoopshigh.org to see games from the past or stream live from your home or from your mobile device.
Completes the three-point play.
With under 2 minutes,
Good steal by Jason.
3.
And Jason for 3.
No.
In and out. With 8 rebounds. Maya for 3. It's enough.
From Mason Mahir. Put it on the board. Yes.
Slows it up.
3.
Walker to a 3.
No.
No good. Quinn gets it.
Oh.
Good wrap.
Oh.
He just going crazy. OC with it though.
Maya for 3. No. Maya gets his own rebound, dishes. Kicks out some
Step back.
No.
Gets another rebound. Quinn for 3.
No.
Michael down there with the rebound. He's been going crazy.
A dunk?
Oh, block from behind.
Into the bucket, number 2, Adolescent. For the Suburban All-Stars.
Great block.
Play basketball, play basketball. You want to fight, go to boxing.
Michael with it.
Ball is out,
Ball is out. Going away. Going to City's way.
We will be naming immediately the MVP.
Stone pulls a 3. In and out. Pulls the long 3. Good rebound by LeVon.
And that's the ball game.
Great game played by both teams. Michael down. Suburbs went crazy. Rebounds, points. Meyer Williams put on the outstage show. Assists, ball handling, points.
DeAndre Kickman also put on a good game too.
He didn't do as bad.
You know, steals, a lot longer points, blocks too. Points also.
Score 74-54 here at the end.
Yes.
City comes out with the win by 20. Great.
And with that being said, I'm going to toss to my sideline reporter, Candace, with the play of the game.
Don't forget now, tomorrow, Indiana versus Illinois. First ball game, second ball game, Catholic League versus the Suburban State. The MVP for the Suburban All-Stars.
Candace Lanford here with Mahir Williams. So Mahir, how does it feel to be MVP?
Feels great. Love getting MVP. That's what I do.
So you're MVP and you're in 8th grade. So what high school would you want to go to?
Fives always.
Why?
It's like they program. It's a good program.
Do you think you're good enough for their basketball team?
Yeah.
You're a little cocky? Okay. Well, thank you, Mahir. Thanks for watching Hoops High. Watch more of Hoops High every week.
I remember watching anime when I was younger, and for me, it was just all about the action. Like, I just liked the way they fought and different things like that. But now that I'm older, I start to see things and notice things. And I'm wondering, is it more than just cartoons? So my question is, like, what is anime?
Anime is an art form used for telling stories in an audio-visual medium, but it's a lot more than that.
It's like, the only thing I know about Japanese culture is like the hang chang yang. You know, like everybody joke about it, about Asian culture. So I never really like dug into it.
It's very hard to sort of make a joke about anime if you don't know what you're talking about. You come off sounding really ignorant.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like, oh, you like cartoons. And it's just like, aw.
But then when I started watching anime, I don't know. I guess I have a lot more respect for them and their craft.
Some of the inspiration came undoubtedly from American comic books, hence the wide-eyed characters.
It's Betty Boop, so it's like the beginning of animation as a medium for storytelling. It started early on, like with the very beginnings of film, like Astro Boy was black and white. I was really influenced by cartoons and Japanese artists and the heavy lines and the printmaking and the very stylistic images they would make and how they influenced European artists.
Anime was using a lot of Western techniques, but after years went by, anime started to progress and it started to branch off and use its own cultural identity. And then Western animation started using techniques that Japanese anime came up with, or Japanese creators came up with for anime, and they used it in Western animation.
Like, you start seeing the idiosyncrasies in their behavior as far as just like how they greet each other when they come into houses, like daily life stuff, geographical stuff.
I've seen a lot of interesting looking foods, religious practices.
It depends on the type of anime that you're looking at.
Any one of the Hayao Miyazaki films is a fantastic way to learn about Japanese culture, because
if you didn't sort of go the extra length into actually trying to look into the culture, you probably wouldn't even get a lot of the jokes.
Maybe a more natural part of the storyline in the anime stories that I've seen.
One time in animation class, we actually saw a side-by-side comparison of the kids having to fight in the Boondocks, and it's actually a frame-for-frame redoing of a fight scene in Naruto. And I just found that really interesting, how they take existing footage from anime and make it, have it in a completely new context, and I just found that really interesting to watch.
Anime can be looked at as a direct representation of Japanese culture because it has so many small pieces of Japanese culture, tradition, history, and style inside it.
The way I've seen just it's presented naturally, like, okay, this is part of our world.
Japan, at least what I could tell, going back into antiquity, their history isn't broken.
In the 1920s, Japan was working hard to become an industrialized nation, but discrimination towards the Japanese was a big problem, and it led to the deterioration of the companionship between the West and the East. Japan was an isolated island until Commodore Perry opened it to America in 1858. But even after Japan remained mostly closed to many foreign influences until the leading up to World War II. In 1924, the U.S. Congress passed the Exclusive Act that prohibited further immigration from Japan. And after World War II, in the 1930s, the U.S. military almost had total control over Japan's government. After Japan's surrender in 1945, the United States instituted sweeping changes in Japan through every aspect of life, such as new constitution, democratics, education, labor reforms, etc. Japan was westernized and they needed a way to form cultural identity, and the Japanese found a way to do that through art.
I feel like a lot of anime and manga and pretty much any Japanese art form came after World War II. So it was trying to like reclaim and reshape their identity after what happened to them, trying to fight for the Japanese culture in a time when, during the American occupation,
Japan was westernizing because of the occupation and because of the upset of the war.
Anime was like a way of escape. I would say it was a chance to keep in remembrance and reclaim their cultural identity. To quote historian Susan Napier, film and the visual mass media in general can indeed help to write history and create national identity.
Culturally, and saying that, they tend to embrace a lot of their older habits, a lot of their older traditions.
In the West, it's always about industry, the Industrial Revolution, and like conquering nature. But in Japan, it's more of like, it's something you literally have to live with. You have to have some degree of respect for what sustains your own life.
In the West, for the most part, they're biased, but with Japanese and Japanese tradition and culture, they see everything as equal. You don't look at just one thing. You need both. You can't just weigh one side heavier than the other. They both have to be equal and they have to balance out. And that's when Shinto religion comes in.
Shinto religion is kind of like the native religion for Japan.
I'm not sure how many people are still of the Shinto faith there. It's so ingrained in the culture that it still pops up a lot.
When you think of like Native Americans, they worship sort of nature gods. So you have like the fox spirit, and the trees all have spirit. And like if you've ever seen any of Miyazaki's work, there's a lot of Shinto woven into the landscape of his films.
The closest one I can think of at the moment is Princess Mononoke, where it's all about striking a balance between the environment versus personal gain. San, the princess, she just has completely turned herself away from humanity and lives with the animals and wants to be a spirit of nature. And then you have her rival is Lady Iboshi, who symbolizes like industry and factories. And at first glance, it's like it would be so easy to like just see her like one-dimensional villain because she's like industry and that's bad. But then you realize like no one is like a clear-cut hero or villain.
Customs from feudal Japan are still used now today in Japan, and you can see that in anime. Whether it's through food or the way they greet each other or the way they talk to each other or even the way that they show affection.
They think they're cool or just because of habit, like ninjas and samurais. That's all older Japanese history. But I mean, when you start like looking at, the way they name their characters, it'll be off of like older Japanese generals or older clans and things like that. So they're always digging back into like their history and then pulling that and referencing it.
That's why if you look at something like Naruto, it follows in certain respects Japanese history, where it looks like it could be in a time almost like this. Right. Some of them still kind of dress like it's a feudal era Japan. Things that happened 1,000 years ago still have relevance, still have a place now.
When I watched anime, I understood most things, but there were like also a lot of things they referred to that I've never heard of, and that's when I officially made the connection that anime, when I went further, was more than just a form of entertainment.
Anime means that, especially now, that it's more than just a specific storyline, that animation can tell hugely complex and adult stories in any subgenre that you can think of?
Anime is more than entertainment. I would say it's like a window into another culture. And when you watch anime, you start to see the subtleties and Japanese identity in anime, and it starts to reflect real life.
Everything that I know, but it sounds like I read a book. I haven't read books on Japanese culture, really.
Yeah.
No, I've read articles, I've read pieces. And the reason I read those pieces because there's a cartoon or a movie that made me go, I wonder what this is about.
You definitely can learn a lot of stuff from anime, just as far as taking it into the context that it is. It's a very Japanese-centric art, and as long as you understand that, you know, it may not necessarily be indicative of like life in general, like this is exactly how it works, or all this stuff happens.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or you learn in world history a little bit about Japanese culture. And that's when the lights start going off. And I start going, oh, I saw this and this, I saw this and this, I saw this and this, da-da-da-da-da. But all of this I'm talking about are all anime or manga. So so the manga anime would have grouped to like my curiosity about Japanese culture. And it explained a lot.
But when you start looking at the basis of things, of, you know, either what happened in their history or how they psychologically deal with these things, and how that manifests in the actual in the content, then you start seeing connections between things. So I mean, if you pay attention, you'll be able to pick up a lot of stuff as far as like their cultural cues and whatever.
Anime refers to a lot of Japanese history, and you can see that in anime, whether it's referred to characters' names, their background, where they're from, or their homeland.
How I got into it was funny because there are two stories to it. It's like, how did I get into watching this style of cartoon versus how did I get into searching for this cartoon? A lot of this I learned from Japanese anime.
Right.
Like a lot of this came from me watching it all, then going, okay, these things are constant. Then messing around and reading something in school and going, oh, I already got told about this. Because I was watching an episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Right.
Or me going from calling ramen noodles to calling it ramen. Because ramen is what it's called in Japan.
It's noodles. Right.
Yeah, it's noodles. You know what I'm saying? There's stuff like that I didn't realize, or even the technique to like a good bowl of ramen. I learned that from Naruto.
So you know how to cook it?
I like you give me, like if I get the ingredients, yeah, I'll do the best version I could do, not being from Japan,
right,
or having like Japanese friends around me to correct me.
Anime projects this idea that while you're watching it, it's exclusively fitted for a certain culture. It's like looking out the window into another culture.
Man, this test hard. Let me see your test. Hey.
What?
You got $1? Thank you. Hey, can I get some of your chips?
Man, you beg too much, yeah.
Dang, you could have saved me some more. But hey, let me see the ball.
Hey man, on the real though, you gotta stop begging so much.
Come on, man.
I mean, you gotta be independent and not codependent.
You know what? You right.
Water and sunlight is necessary for a seed to grow and flourish. If a person goes through their life with everything handed to them, then that one little tinge of happiness that they always have is what they'll always have. But if that person has that experience to know what it feels to fall and not know how to get back up, when they finally do get back up, they are going to thrive and they are going to feel like they can accomplish anything.
Identity, according to Erikson, very early wrote about this continuous sense of self that people have. So it's this interaction between people and society that kind of comes together and people understand who they are overall. So it's really just an understanding of your continuous sense of self.
It's natural for humans to group ourselves. We may group ourselves according to our educational status, our family background, race, color, nationality, creed, religion. I think a person's identity is a compilation of all the factors, environmental factors, and I think genetics and genetic things too. As a scientist, I believe in epigenetic factors, right? So there are things that we're kind of programmed to have and be because of genetics, but then I think that those genetics are also shaped by the environment that we grew up in.
So I'm adopted, half black and half Jewish, genetically, I guess. I was adopted by a single white Jewish mother and just raised with her. And I don't know anything about my birth parents other than their ethnicity. And sometimes I feel like I have to speak for, all the Jews of color, and I have to speak for all the people of color and all the adopted kids because I am one of the only representatives.
In my work, I'm really interested in adolescents' racial and ethnic identity, and some young people are aware, or they place ethnicity or race or gender central to their identity, and other people are not as aware. So for example, some young people may have never thought of themselves as a member of a racial or an ethnic group, or some people may have never thought about the differences between, boys and girls. So we would say that they're less self-aware than others.
I remember just feeling so liberated. Like after holding my breath for 16 years, the words, "I'm adopted," slithered off my lips, and I finally let that air go. The underlying pain that I feel and been through in the past, it's what caused me to suppress that reality.
I think that parents are certainly one of the first influences that we have. And you can either learn from your parents that, oh, I like the way they do this and the other thing, and I'm going to do that. Or you learn from your parents like, oh, when my mom gets mad, this is how she handles it. And I want to be the opposite of that. So I think they play a part, but I think maybe they build a base or give us some roots or plant some seeds that we then take and develop on our own through media and through our friends and through our experiences.
I don't think that a perfect parent exists. A perfect parent is imperfect.
A perfect parent just, I think, is willing to be there, but not to be overly, overly there.
A parent can be like the deciding factor whether or not their child is insecure. It really shapes them a lot from head to toe. And it instills the values too. When you grow up hearing a certain set of rules, then you feel like that's the right way.
Even though my adopted mom is the best provider I could ever have, I was afraid to let her in emotionally. I've had a history of trusting people that only brought me pain, and everything that I thought was going to turn out great ended up being terrible.
Parents can either set up an environment where young people can explore, they can learn about themselves. Parents can also place different things in the environment, buying books or listening to different types of music or taking their children to museums. So there are direct things that parents can do to kind of foster a young person's sense of self. But they can also just allow more space for young people to explore.
I am a laid-back parent. I prefer for my kids to learn through experience, but in a reasonable sense. Like I wouldn't just, put my daughter in a neighborhood where I know there's a lot of sex trafficking or something like that. That would be ridiculous. But at the same time, she's going to have to learn through experience.
Going through that situation made it really hard for me to open up to anybody that's supposed to be my family. Every time somebody came in, they were out just as fast. That's what drove me to cherish the outsiders, the people that aren't supposed to be family. My friends are my second family.
They influence you a lot, like, because everyone is their own person, so, you know, maybe you like this quality in this person, so you want to be like this, or this quality in this person, so you want to be like that. So your friends really test you to be who you are and become the person you want to be instead of being someone else.
When you're a teen, especially like 13, 14, you're you become influenced very easily. And if all your friends drinking and smoking and you like these people, your friends are the people that you choose to hang around. So it's some type of characteristic in that person that you like.
I remember when I was in high school, the only time I got complimented was when I straightened my hair. So then in my head, I'm like, okay, so that means I'm only pretty when my hair is straight. That's messed up. This took 3 hours. Like, I'm not trying to do this every day. And that really messed with me. Like, that the only way my peers could, you know, like find something to compliment about was if I like conformed to whatever standard.
In adolescence, friends or peers are really important for young people because they can reinforce different behaviors and make a young person feel good about themselves. There's tons of research that suggests that isolation or not having friends is really problematic for young people, so it's really important for adolescents to have friends. Sense of community is really just kind of a basic human need, so it's really important for young people to connect with other people like them.
I realized that the identity I have at home with my adopted mom is different than who I am at school with friends. At home, I try to create the illusion that I'm perfect, but at school, everyone accepts and acknowledges the fact that we're not. In life, it's not about the family you were born into. It's about the family you create along the way.
Well, for young people, you know, once they leave their parents' home, school, I guess, is the next socializing agent. So school, you know, the setting of schools, but also people within the schools. So teachers play a huge role in shaping your identity as well.
Teachers definitely, they make a big impact on you because not only are they giving you a grade, but it's an adult giving you kind of validation for what you're thinking and feeling, and it's another adult that doesn't have to care about you, but they do anyway, if they're good, you know?
I understand now that it's not about being perfect. Nobody's perfect. But the only thing that we can do is try to be the best that we can be.
If I had to say a perfect child, again, I would say someone who's self-aware and reflective and makes choices out of that consciousness, who pursues healthy relationship with everyone around him.
So I already know that the textbook answer is there is no such thing as a perfect child. But to me, I think a perfect child is a happy child.
A teen maturing it never really stops. I think that teen just puts a label, like aging and stuff like that. But I think that each day you grow and learn something. Like, you don't stop learning. Like, you don't stop growing and maturing. Things like that. Because you got old people who act goofy and crazy like young people. So
I've talked to so many students throughout the years, and I hear about so many family situations. It's really important for adults to be adults and to take care of you guys, so you can be all that you're supposed to be. Things happen to people, you know, that change them or keep them from being able to be great parents, but for as much as depends upon you and for all that's within you, do your best to help a young person to attain the fullness of who they are. It's important.
All adults have been teenagers. All young children will become teenagers, and all teenagers will become adults. The cycle never ends. We all grow and develop, and many of us will endure the same hindering obstacles and struggles. But that does not mean that we can't or won't bounce back.
But you are going to have a great day, boo. You're not even going to worry about anything that's going on today, okay? can be different from mama. Just have a great day.
Look at this girl come through this hallway with the rocker fit on.
Everybody want to walk around and be followers and do the same thing. I choose not to. I'm one of the few, and I choose to be different.
An everlasting memory of the anguish of our ancestors. May those who died rest in peace. May those who return find their roots, and may humanity never again perpetuate such injustice against humanity. We the living vow to uphold this. Like, I always wanted to be white.
I was always just that black girl at school. Even growing up, I was always that black girl.
You think you all that because you light skinned.
Why does me being dark skinned have to do with anything about how good I look?
Just because I'm light skinned don't mean I can't get offended.
Social identity is usually around a construct. So our society has lots of ideas about what is right and what is wrong. And oftentimes those are organized based on our race or gender or any other set of skills.
Colorism is the belief that there is that one color is better than the other. In most countries, this means lighter skin because European colonialism kind of spread that idea globally that lighter skin has better value. So a lot of times people think that colorism is only important within the black community or within the American black community, but colorism is prevalent everywhere. It's prevalent in India, it's prevalent throughout Asia, it's prevalent in any country where you have an indigenous culture made up of brown people.
Internalization is when a person, an individual, usually believes some social construct or idea and then decides to act upon it.
I think that a lot of African American women, especially right now at this time in our culture, are working really, really hard to reclaim their femininity. So that's why so many of us wear, long hair and high heels and lots of makeup and all that stuff, because I think we're trying to reclaim something that really was taken from us. When you look at African American women in slavery, they were treated like men, right? So many of us forced outside to work, whether we had our periods or not, in the boiling hot sun, some of us not clothed or improperly clothed. We went from slavery right into having to take care of our families. So we always worked, always. There was never a point in African American culture that we got to sit home and just be like housewives and homemakers. That was never us.
I find that African Americans are often very misogynistic, and they see that as a traditional view as opposed to a social construct. So unfortunately, I think they contribute to the oppression of women because they don't question why these ideas about masculinity or femininity exist.
I feel like the people around us don't really make it no different, don't make a difference of it really, because they, whatever is popular, they go with. So if everybody's saying they want a red bone in the music videos, Lil Wayne or anybody saying that, that's who they want to be like. They want a red bone too. They want a thick girl too. They want a girl with money. They want a girl with long hair.
I like a long hair, thick red bone. Up and up, if they fillet me, young nip.
This is towards lighter skin. When you hear the term red bone, how do y'all feel about that?
I get so irritated. They call it red. I be green, blue, purple, red. It's so irritating. I even changed my name on Twitter. Like, my name is not red. Stop calling me red. It's just so annoying. It's irritating. It really is.
Well, in the past, okay, red bone. Okay, I owned it, but now it's just like, I agree with what she said. It's just now it's just irritating. Like, me and my friend have on the same color, and they just get off the color we have. Like, if I have on yellow pants, she have on yellow. So I'm like, keep walking. Light skin. Typically in the media, like, when I see a dark-skinned girl, she's portrayed as, masculine and aggressive.
I heard those little smart-ass remarks you made, too. Didn't your mama teach you something? Who the hell do these people think they are anyway? Didn't y'all see me?
No, you moved that I can tell, because look, when I inhale, my titty make the horn honk. Listen.
My Last by Chris Brown. And they, it was like he'll switch in between. It was this one girl sitting in the chair, light skin, she had the real long curly hair, had her makeup done right and everything. He's sitting there singing to her. And then like when he'll say like something negative, like basically what he don't look for in a female, it'll fade into like this dark skinned girl who makeup all messed up with rough hair and she was chunky.
Even though the media portrays light skin better to be better than dark skin, I think it also portrays light skin to be a little slutty to me from what I see, because you see these light skinned girls and you see they're exploring their sexual needs or whatever. So I think it's like more than just, oh, you light skin, you better. I think it's more, it's like you light skin, you give good head, or you have better sex.
Oftentimes, African American women, we are a little bit more full, a little bit more voluptuous and curvaceous, and over time, that's become associated with sexuality.
I think women in general are overly sexualized. They're objects. You know, even within, if we have female rappers or MCs or artists, they have to objectify themselves.
It's okay, baby, go ahead, do your thing, right on the way.
Sex always sells. And, you know, with men, it's to attain sex, and for women, it's to be that object of desire.
Society just looks down upon women in general. It's not even, it's deeper than skin, in my opinion. Women itself, we are looked down upon. We are degraded. When you watch music videos, which is the main thing, women are over-sexualized for everything. African American women, we are very, curvy, and we have a lot of assets, and it's exposed. When you watch music videos, you see chest and you see really, big butts and guys just, hollering at you. And it's like teens consume that.
I think that as a group, it's sort of hard to fight against such a pervasive opinion that just kind of gets told to you over and over and over again, and it gets told to you in a number of different ways and reinforced in a number of different ways. So I think that many of us try hard to resist those stereotypes.
I have never had a problem with my skin color, even though a lot of girls my color do. I mean, just like a girl of any other color, I could get a man, I can get a job, I can do anything they do, maybe even better. So what's the problem? Oh, I understand. We have been tricked. The internet has tricked us. Television has tricked us. Magazines have tricked us. Society has tricked us. Tricked us into believing just because we're not what they call fair, we're less than a woman of anyone else. Lil Wayne make verses like, how do you say what's never said? Beautiful black woman, I bet that bitch look better red. And we just laugh. I mean, it's like we're in slavery again, except it's with our own people. You could be black, you could be white, you could be dark skinned. It's okay to be bright. It shouldn't make a difference, but it does.
Shows on the bedroom, they be getting it cracking.
Nah, so keep that.
What's up? How you been feeling? My name is Astaria Perkins.
Good morning. How are you today? My name is Nicole Howard.
What's up? How you be feeling? My name is Marisha.
It's not so correct here. How you be feeling? I don't think that's good Ebonics.
Language is about communication. And it's communicating with at least one other person or entity. So the words you choose, the words you use, the order in which you put words in, whether you have inflection, what part of the sentence you have inflection with, it tells a lot about, I think, who you are.
I grew up in an all-black hood community. All I was used to was my language. But throughout my teenage years, I am facing a lot of barriers that made me think, is the way I speak is wrong?
I think language is the foundation of society. When you think about the way we communicate, rules, procedures, whether they're spoken or unspoken, it all involves language.
How you talk, it shows where you from. Like, people got accents. Like Chicagoans have accents compared to somebody who live in Indiana or Ohio. Like, it's what makes us distinct from everybody else.
African American English is basically the non-standard way that African Americans speak at home or among themselves, especially the people that have not had the privilege of pursuing higher education.
My sister and I grew up in two different households. She stayed with my mom and I stayed with my dad. At my mom's house, they speak more proper. Well, I grew up at my dad's house, and we speak that black talk.
Well, basically, I grew up in the Cabrini Greens, which was a project, and it was the ghetto, so most people spoke Ebonics. I ended up coming to North London my freshman year, and I ended up moving back with my grandmother. And when I came here, it's an urban community, so I felt like, I was at home.
Some cultural groups, we speak loud. And some may interpret that loudness as anger. And it's not necessarily anger. So there's a kind of a cultural disconnect there.
I think I speak more proper when I'm at home. Because it's like, I know nobody gonna look at me like I'm crazy or something.
Students learn what they hear the most. So whatever they hear from home, they're going to bring that with them, those understandings, to the school setting.
It can be a liability to speak African American English in some settings because you become stigmatized. Okay? But, it's usually a liability to use the wrong kind of language in the wrong place.
Last year, when I moved back at my mom's house, every time I speak, my sister had a problem. She always tells me that the way I talk isn't right, and I shouldn't speak like that. She is a speech therapist, and she thinks I won't go nowhere in life using that kind of language.
Before I came to North Lawndale, I guess I talked like an Oreo, I talk proper before I came here. An Oreo is a black who talks white. Black on the outside, white on the inside. And it just made me feel like I didn't belong, so I had to adapt to how things were at North Lawndale.
We are in a system where Ebonics, like non-standard Southern English, like Appalachian English for that matter, these varieties are not accepted in the upper socioeconomic strata of the society.
Before. Asked. Ask. This. Ain't.
Isn't.
The origins of Ebonics, the simple way to answer the question is it is English of the 17th and 18th century as spoken especially in the South. And it became associated with African Americans largely thanks to Jim Crow. When African Americans in the South with the Great Migration came to the North, and Northerners were not familiar with the Southern way of speaking English, and they heard these particular dialect of English, which is basically Southern English in the mouths of African Americans, and they characterize it as Black English. Then at some point people call it African American English, and at some point people call it Ebonics.
When I was younger, it was okay that I spoke in Ebonics. But as I get older, I realized that my language wasn't getting valued in certain settings.
Well, schools have their own culture in and of themselves. In the United States, schools, a model of schooling is really based on a white middle class orientation. And schools have a culture where we know that in schools, kids are expected to behave a certain way, speak a certain way, raise their hand. That's a culture in and of itself.
I would not condone a teacher who would demean or degrade a student because of their use of Ebonics. That teacher needs to be able to grow that student from solely using Ebonics to using standard English.
People thought that if African American English is used in the school system, it is a rejection of standard English. That's not what people meant. What people meant was, if you talk to an African American kid in a dialect that he understands, because it's the same dialect that is used at home, that makes it easier for the kid to learn every subject matter in the classroom, including standard English.
I think that Ebonics is spoke more in school because it's more kids than teachers. Like, throughout the day, you always see a student. You may say what's up to a student in the hallway because it's what they're used to, it's their lingo. And it's like, when you in a classroom, half the time, some teachers won't call on you, or you don't really get that attention, so you don't really have the need to, speak proper.
If teachers can understand sort of the syntax or the rules that govern Ebonics, it'll make for an easier transition for those teachers to instruct students in standard English acquisition.
Even though my sister is a speech therapist, she didn't understand where I was coming from. I felt like every time I came around her, I didn't want to talk. I didn't feel comfortable speaking proper. It just wasn't me.
There's a way in which correction needs to happen. And I think that when children are corrected all the time and constantly told that the way they speak is wrong, a child will either shut down, develop self-doubt about themselves, and if they're in school, I think they disengage from school. I think school becomes a space that they're not interested in being in because it's a space that's telling them, you don't fit here.
I can't change how I speak for someone else's satisfactory. So when you tell me that I can't speak a certain way, you're taking a part of me.
I think it takes finding oneself in a position where one becomes uncomfortable because of the way they are being treated by others, in order to realize how harmful negative stereotypes can be.
I love speaking in Ebonics. I can't change who I am as a person for someone else's well-being. I found out it's not that I was speaking wrong. I had to tell my sister I know when and where to use my language.
We do live in a global society, so not just learning standard English, but also learning other languages that are spoken around them, having some basic understanding is in everyone's best interest.
I think we have to look at what we would call in the sciences a within group or emic approach, where we just understand a language in and of itself, for itself, not in comparison to something else.
Normal human population is diverse internally. It includes variation. And we don't always have an explanation for why we vary one from the other. And we have to respect variation.
As an African American young lady, the way I speak shows who I am and where I'm from. I'm proud of who I am and where I'm from. Going through this process, I found out I wasn't wrong. It's nothing wrong with me.
Hello?
Hello, Amani. I have something to tell you.
What?
FSM News is on right now.
Wait, did you say FSM News is on?
Yes.
Oh, gotta go.
Wait, no.
Coming up on FSM News, we show you some talented teens in the media industry.
We also recap the crew's recent trips to Washington, D.C. You won't want to miss this. Stay tuned.
Hello, and welcome to FSM News. I'm Daisha Hill.
And I'm Xavier Smith. Hey, Deja, can you play basketball?
Do I look like I'm tall enough to play basketball?
Yeah, you look like you could shoot some hoops.
I really can't, but that's all right. I'd rather be behind the scenes like the Hoops High crew, filming those who can.
What's Hoops High?
Check them out for yourself. Our first clip shows them in action.
Hoops High is one of the many programs that Free Spirit Media offers to local teens. Student participants produce videos for Chicago's hottest high school basketball games.
Inner city kids, learn how to work with media and develop great broadcasts. It's a real good program.
It's just a wonderful program where youth get a chance to do sports broadcasting. We have camera operators, directors, story directors, announcers, play-by-play, reporter producers. So they do everything. It's a great program, great show.
Hoops High provides a great insight into the world of sports broadcasting. The young crew members complete their own sideline reports and film everything. They are confident that this experience will help them along their career path.
Hoops High has really impacted my future because I now want to go into English as a major and minor and Spanish so I can be a bilingual broadcaster when I get older. Because at first I was going to do a medical field, but now I fell in love with this, so this is definitely what I want to do.
I think it's given me a greater deal of leadership because sometimes they'll put you as producer and that's basically running the whole operation, so it'll help you learn leadership and responsibility.
Free Spirit Media hosts the Broadcast Dreams, which showcase the many talents of these Hoops High teens. Some of their biggest fans came out to support.
I am actually a board member of Free Spirit Media, and I wanted to come out and give my support tonight to all of the people working here like yourself.
I'm just supporting the great work you guys are doing and representing KNTV to remind you that we are giving you a big go. We're your partners and we love what you're doing.
I was invited by Jeff McCarter, the executive director of Free Spirit Media, to get a view of how kids produce Hoops High. So this has been my first time actually experienced with Hoops High, and I've seen some really exciting things that give me a lot of comfort in the future of Free Spirit Media's kids.
To see these teens in action, check out Hoops High every Saturday at 8 o'clock on KNTV. Reporting from FSM News, this is Tanaya Roberson.
Other people's opinions of you does not have to become your reality. You're you. Don't let anybody bring you down.
'Cause you're amazing, just the way you are.
3 of our FSM crew members attended the If I Had $1 Trillion Youth Film Festival in Washington, D.C. They created not 1, but 2 award-winning videos. Xavier, I've always wanted to travel to D.C.
Yes, they have amazing historical sites. I even heard you can climb up the 896 steps inside the Washington Monument.
Wow, I hope an elevator is an option. But anyway, FSM's award-winning Richard Porter tells us about the cruise experience.
Say free spirit.
Recently, 3 FSM News crew members attended the 3rd annual If I Had $1 Trillion contest to explore the city, meet new people, and talk to the state legislators about important issues in their community and how it affects the way we live.
After I won, I was nervous.
I felt like Rocky when he reached the top of the stairs.
I feel like I could achieve anything. The airplane ride was my favorite part of the trip because it was interesting and fun experience.
Watching my tears get scared on the plane, that was the favorite part, the best part. He was all like grabbing on my arm, and it was weird, but it was funny at the same time.
The plane took off, it went fast. It was like, shoo! And I was like, no, I wasn't ready. And then I was like nervous. I was so nervous. I was holding on to the seat.
Jessica, are you still nervous?
Yes.
All this is possible, Secretary Duncan, but only if we spend the time and money to make it happen.
The film festival was awesome.
So I'm excited about being able to see everyone's video and celebrate.
Hey, oh look, my mom had this book. What? I got kind of mad because everybody was laughing at my part when I said, my mom had this book. She's like 30 years old. That was not supposed to have been funny, but everybody was laughing. But so it kind of made me feel good though, because that showed how many people was paying attention to my video.
The experience was very mind-blowing.
Showed something that worked and got straight to the point and why people like it. So thank you for that.
I felt like I had a voice, like my opinion or what I had to say actually mattered.
It was all right because I feel like my voice was being heard.
Overall, this was a good experience. We explored the city, learned a lot about the government, and had a great adventure. Reporter for FSM News, I'm Richard Porter.
Did I make it?
No, I'm sorry. It wasn't fast enough, but you made the team.
I can do this.
Wow. Fastest time. Congratulations.
What? Huh? Excuse me? Are you serious? For real? That's a laugh. Believe in yourself.
Deja, you look very nice today.
Thank you, Xavier. I didn't expect that.
Well, I'm inspired by a statistic I recently learned. It's a shame that 72% of teenagers in the U.S. have low self-esteem.
And it's sad that many of them are girls who post inappropriate pictures on their social networks. In fact, FSM News took an in-depth look at this scary trend. Here's Maya McDonald with more.
Popularity. What is it made of? How does a person get to be popular with lots of people and have a few close friends, too?
A decade or two ago, if provocative pictures of a girl somehow got out, she'd feel humiliated.
I want you to love me like I'm a hot guy.
However, in today's new digital age, girls publish provocative photos of themselves on social media for anyone to see. FSM News asked 18-year-old Karen if she'd ever done this. For privacy reasons, she requested we not show her face.
Yes, I just put a couple of them when I had my bra and panties on. Me and my friend, we just thought it'd be fun to put them up there and see how many likes we get.
Though it seemed like a good idea initially, the fun didn't last long. Karen, like many teens, didn't foresee the negative impact these images would create.
A lot of negative comments went under the picture, and it was a couple of arguments. And from the guys, I got attention, but I'll say now it wasn't the attention that I was really hoping that I get. When I went back to school and whatever, kids were saying negative things and calling me names that I'm not, all because of a picture that I chose to put on Facebook just to get some likes out of.
Karen hoped that getting those likes would make her feel good.
When I did the pictures, I felt like I was going to get all this feedback. Oh, you bad, you this and that. and it was going to boost my self-esteem. So I think people do it for attention.
Teen girls have always struggled with self-esteem, but in today's world, where teens post pictures on Facebook just so someone will like them, or takes a naked photo for attention, they have found a dangerous way to cope.
It's possible under Illinois law for a girl who's under 18, if she sends a partially naked picture of herself to somebody else, to be charged with child pornography. She would be required to register as a sex offender for life.
This sex offender label could change her life forever.
It can have very serious repercussions for things like college admissions, for someone's ability to get a job.
Since some celebrities gain fame from sexual videos and pictures, girls may aspire to do the same.
The more these images are already out there in the media, sometimes even kind of in mainstream media and mainstream culture, the more that that kids who might look up to celebrities who are posting topless photos of themselves or looking at online pornography see this as normal.
They look at the pictures in the magazine and pictures of celebrities, people that they look up to, and they want to maybe be like them. Like some celebrities that have had like sex tapes and other pictures online, they probably want to do it too.
Kids, I think sometimes, just haven't been guided in that way. Nobody has ever sat down and told them that this is something that they shouldn't be doing.
Common Sense Media teaches students how to navigate the world of media. Sue Thoughts notices that teens have mixed up priorities.
So if your concern is more, what do you look like, and do you look good, and do people like your photo, try to shift that into understanding that there's a bigger picture here. It's not just about looking good in this photo. It's about the way that you are portrayed, your entire character is being portrayed online. And understanding that that has the bigger implications in the real world, and that's what you really should be focusing on, rather than, do you look sexy in this photo?
For a female to show their body parts on the internet is basically saying to them they don't got no respect of themselves. So I can't date a female that shows their body and you showing that you don't have no pride of yourself.
Karen learned this the hard way.
I got judged and also treated as like a nobody, something that I'm not, and now I realize that I am somebody. And by putting those pictures on Facebook, I was honestly belittling myself, and 9 times out of 10, that's how they're going to treat you.
So it's really difficult to rein things back in once they've been released. So getting kids to understand, excuse me, how it is that they should be thinking twice before they hit that send button, or before they post that picture.
Now, Kieran wishes she had thought twice.
It was just a lot to go through, and I just wish I could take it back so I wouldn't have to have that hurtful feeling, and get a real chance to show people who I really am.
Reporting for FSM News, I'm Maya McDonald.
That's our show for today and for the spring, but we'll be back this summer with our special News on the Road series.
Until then, be sure to check us out on ABC7 Chicago's website under the community section.
You can also find us on Facebook, search FSM News. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to believe in yourself.
3, 2, 1, that's a wrap.
Deja, you look very nice today.
Thank you, Xavier. Thank you.
Go.
Anyone?
Go. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
That's a wrap. Yeah, these lames over here.
Free Spirit Media cultivates diverse youth voices to transform media and society.